What is up, famsy? My name is Branzy, and welcome to another episode of RekRap2 and famsy. We have a problem. Actually, we have a couple of problems, if I'm being honest. Number one, this mountain is an unnatural disaster. Unnatural in that, if you missed it, a couple of days ago, I built this thing in a single day. I'll link the video in the description of this video if you want to check it out after this, but self-promotion aside, pushing to get something like this done in a day left some issues. For example, there's more holes in this mountain than a block of Swiss cheese. Some parts are just missing huge sections altogether, as if they're remnants from the Great Enderman War. But the most worrisome problem of all, it's literally just a pile of rocks. Meaning that there is no life to this mountain at all. No trees, no waterfalls, nothing. Just a big lump of sediment, and that is exactly the first problem that we're going to address today. So, let's get to work. Now, this is what I am talking about. Famsy, look at this. All right, let's take a quick little look at this thing. You can see I've had 4 different waterfalls, kinda, right? 4 different styles. We have the waterfall right up here that's kind of cascading down out of this pool, down into this one, and then down again. We have the kind of corner variant. We also have a big, wide, gargantuan style waterfall. It's huge. We also have this kind of split waterfall, and I thought this would be kind of a cool little way to vary our different, you know, different natural features as well. I thought that was pretty cool. I've also gone through and done a lot of smoothing in this area. As you can see, all this is a lot smoother through here now, and I think it looks a lot better. Same through here. All this looks a lot more natural now and less Enderman-ified. Oh, look at that. There's holes. Hold on. But I'm really enjoying how this thing is coming along. Now, obviously, with a mountain this size, it's going to be a sculpting project that I'm going to have to work on over time and as we start actually building things into the mountain. But we have so many other areas that I want to build into before we get to any of that stuff. Like, look at this island. It's bare. There's bare islands over there. We got to do something with all that space, and that's what we're going to start doing, I think, in the next episode. But I mentioned earlier that we had multiple problems. And the next problem that I want to address is credit where credit is due. Now, in the rush of making this whole entire mountain, I never mentioned really how I designed it necessarily, or at least, you know, who inspired me in my building. And it had a lot of influence from tutorials and videos that helped me along the way. So I wanted to correct that self-imposed problem and give credit where credit is due, as we always try to do around here. So in total, there were 4 creators that I would say helped inspire this build, and I think you guys have already heard of at least a couple of them. And in no particular order, they were Good Times with Scar, Fwhip, Pixel Riffs, and Jerra. Each of them have their own style in taking on mountain builds or terraforming, and were hugely helpful in building this thing. So I made a decision, and that decision is that this mountain will from this day forth be known as Mount Scar Jerra Fwhip, or Scerrawhiff. But like I said, famsy, they have all made tutorials or videos that were hugely helpful to me in building this thing, and I thought I would share them with you in case you want to build something of this nature in your world as well. Anywho, we have an additional problem to work on today, famsy, a bonus problem, if you will, and that problem is recycling. You see, Rek and I met up the other day to build an actual shop for the recycling and also check out a new competitor in the recycling business.
I haven't seen this. The company that treats you like family, Recycle with ECCS? What is it? EcoCraft Corporation Society? Nope.
Here's the thing. We got to acknowledge this right off the bat, all right? Recycling, everybody wins. So, I mean, like, is it really competition? I don't know. I don't think it's truly competition. You know, people recycle, then everybody is still winning. The environment wins.
It's a good mindset you got right there.
Right. However, the problem is that when we recycle, or when I should say Echoes recycle with us, we know that those products are going to go to a good place and they're going to be, you know, redistributed.
Yeah. But we don't know where this is going.
Exactly.
I put an ender pearl in and we get family punch.
You know what I'm interpreting that as? Bribery.
You see, that's not good for a recycling company, which is trying to save the planet. You can't bribe to save the planet.
I mean, what kind of a monster uses bribery?
Whoa, monster's a strong word.
Oh, it's a strong word. I'm very passionate about recycling.
Okay. Because know what level we're on. Okay.
Monster uses recycling in cahoots with bribery. It's just not, it's not, ow, hi, you're the monster. Ah, help me. I feel like if we had a place, a central location where people could see what's happening with their goods, we would inspire more people to use our proper service a lot more than someone who's just bribing them.
I think it's a great idea. Be the transparent company. We're not the company where you throw stuff. You don't know if they just dig a hole and chuck it in there. We show them how we recycle. And then if we have a central location, we can actually have like a meeting and discuss our game plan for what we're going to do.
Yeah. You see, same page. You and I, chicken, same page.
Dude, your neck is like broken.
It is not. How dare you? It's not broken.
You had like that creepy doll look when you're like looking at me. Oh my word.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, I think this place is actually coming together pretty well, right?
I think so too. Yeah.
I mean,
so can you demonstrate this thingy right here, or is it still in the works a little bit?
Well, it's still in the works, as you can see. This flesh is.
His face
I mean, so the armor stand mod will eventually, we'll get it to where it just cycles all these items through. But I kind of ruined that one because I'm a novice who doesn't actually know what I'm doing. So
maybe we need to hire Matty.
That actually might be a good idea.
Branzy, what's happening?
What do you mean? What?
I haven't seen you in ages.
I did. I thought you. Okay, I thought you were gonna say there was something on my face.
I was just telling the viewers that this is just the start of it. It's way too clean and tidy at the moment. So I'm about to take some more acacia logs and some other bits of wood and whatnot, and just try and, I guess, make it a little bit more old and rustic. It's just way too new looking at the moment.
Well, dude, I love it. I think it looks so cool. Hold on, I'm dying to your berry bushes. Your build has distracted me to the point of death at this point. I'm sorry. Let me ask you this, because, you know, you're Australian. Christmas is December 25th. Well, I mean, you know, it was, I think you called me mate at one point, and I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest day of my life. So, Australia.
Okay.
Christmas, December 25th. What's the weather?
Hot.
Hot.
Generally, yes. Generally, Christmas is one of the hottest days of the year in the metropolitan areas.
It's just like it's a whole nother world, man. Like, you got the biggest spiders I've ever seen, the most deadly place that I've ever heard of, and your Christmases are hot. Never in my life.
You actually know where they got the Minecraft spiders from, don't you? They're identical, size for size, in Australia.
1-to-1 ratio, really? I'm not surprised.
1-to-1 ratio. So we're about 2 meters tall, which is about, you know, a little bit over average, guess. But those spiders, almost 2 meters wide.
Yeah,
exactly the same.
I've seen the memes. All right, I've seen that the huntsmans that live behind your beds. I'm pretty sure they're behind every bed.
Those ones are friendly. They're fine. Huntsmans are fine. They just like to eat on little insects and stuff.
And people, right? They like to drag off people, small people.
We don't talk about it in Australia.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry to bring it up. Now, you see, my problem is I don't know anything about the armor stand mod, and I based an entire design off of my assumptions, and I cannot get it to work. So this is what I've got going on here. Okay, you can see this is that is an armor stand. I guess you can't really see, but that is an armor stand.
Yep.
Now, the idea that I had was to have items on a conveyor belt getting pushed this way.
I think I have got a bit of an idea.
Oh, perfect. See, that's what I need. That's the energy that I need. I pay well, and I pay both upfront and post as well. That's your start pay. There's more. There's a lot more where that came from, for a mere working conveyor belt.
So what's this for?
You know, just fixing the thing. You know, just where are you going? Okay, well, I've been swindled again. I see.
We'll fix these frames up in just a second, but this is it, yeah?
Yeah.
You have your items coming down your conveyor belt.
Now, listen, I know I told you I'd pay you like for, you know, if you did the job and it was good. I was not expecting what I saw. I'll be honest. I was not expecting that good of an outcome. I had faith, but it wasn't that much. So that's for you. And then hold on, make sure no one's around, no one's looking. That's for you. And hold on, wait a minute, no one's looking. Oh, just nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Just, you know, and then also, that's for you too.
Oh, that is too generous. I am going to leave this with you. I hope you enjoyed. If you do have any dramas, just reach out and let me know.
Any dramas will come your way. Have no doubt, my good friend. Ah, and look at this, Famsy. It's beautiful. The working conveyor belt. Now, this whole thing is pretty much completed. You can see me and Rek already went through and we organized all of the things so that when an Echo needs to get anything, they can just come over to the recycling center. They can drop off their bin if we haven't already picked it up. They can then pick up a new bin if they need it. And then they can come over here and get whatever supplies they want. But here's the thing. It's all free. Everything. Free. That's right. If an Echo needs to get, you know, some deserty stuff, they can come over here and be like, pop, I need some sand, and just leave. Walk out. No payment required. All that we ask in return is that Echoes just continue to recycle, you know, recycle with R&B, and you know, it'll always be free. And now that I think this project is just about finished, Famsy, I think there's actually another thing we need to address before we wrap up today's episode, and that is to figure out who in the world is responsible for this whole other recycling company feud that we apparently have going on now, and see who our competitor is. And I think I know just the entity to ask. Terrence, did you see the mountain? Now, I want your honest opinion, but if you tell me it's anything other than amazing, then I know it's a lie.
The ground bump, it looks fine.
Somehow I just knew you would love it.
That's not what I said.
That was a joke, Terrence.
Oh, it wasn't very good either.
Anyways, I have to ask you an important question. Have you seen anyone, and I mean anyone, come to the base lately?
Are you worried about the build inspector? I am too. He's definitely going to shut us down.
No, I'm worried about this new recycling service that has popped up.
Oh, that. I don't know anything about it. No one comes to visit you.
So you haven't seen anyone?
Incorrect. I absolutely have.
But you just said...
People come to visit. Me, not you. Clearly.
Okay, Terrence. Has anyone come to visit you recently?
Yes. My dearest friend Civ.
Civ? And what exactly did Civ do while he was here?
We chatted for a bit. He flew around the ground bump. He collected his recycling bin. We reveled in each other's company.
Wait, go back. His recycling bin?
Yeah, don't tell me you missed it. It's the far superior redstone enhanced version. It even gives rewards.
But Rek and I just barely built a recycling center to collect people's gently used items. Why would Civ start his own instead of teaming up with us? And what is with all this family references nonsense? Something's not right here, Terrence, and I'm gonna figure out what it is.
You know, sometimes I think you are no more intelligent than the big ground bump itself, but look at you putting the pieces together all on your own.
It's a mountain, Terrence.
That's not even a word. They're called ground bumps.
Not a word. Okay, say it with me. Mountain.
Ground bump.
Well, Famsy, it seems as though we have our next heading. We also have made a lot of progress that's currently loading in, as you can see. But seriously, this thing looks really cool. I'm really happy with how much progress we made on Mount Scerrawhiff today. We made an entire recycling center, and we're getting a little bit closer to figuring out at least something about the, what is that, visitor, about the recycling feud that we are in the midst of here. But while we're wrapping up today's episode, I wanted to take just a quick second and say welcome to all of the new people and viewers out there. I honestly cannot believe that we crossed not only 1,000 subscribers, but as I'm looking at my phone right now, we're at over 3,000 subscribers. This is crazy. I cannot begin to tell you how appreciative I am of all of you, and welcome. I know a lot of you guys are pretty much only here for the Spotlight series, and that's totally cool. We're going to continue doing that as often as I can, but we also play this SMP series, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of really great creators on here as well, so if you guys are interested in checking anybody else out as well, feel free to do so. The description is filled with links of all the great people on here. But that being said, famsy, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to let me know down below. You guys know what to do, and as always, tune in for the next one.